from one of the loudest venues in the NFL. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup, and we are all set to go, as it'll be the New York Jets. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Chiefs offense ready to take the field with none other than the three-time Super Bowl MVP, Patrick Mahomes, leading the way.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Mahomes going to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, Matt Araiza is sent on to punt. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Taken in at the 22. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The Jets at 5-3 now on the year. And they come in playing some pretty decent football, 5-3 over their last 8.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 21. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was... We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. And this a 39-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing when you start. That deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
At the 40-yard line.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he will have the Chiefs first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
45-yard line.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down. This defense for the Jets, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks. And plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
First down.
Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The 2nd quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football, as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Throwing now is Mahomes. Walker with a grab, left side. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 3rd and 4 now. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now it's Mahomes again. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Brandon Stephens. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3 except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That went out wide and intercepted.
And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And a great job there to lead that one defensively. They strung him out. Did not allow him to cut upfield. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8.
At the 8-yard line.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey.
On the counter, it's Walker.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's Mahomes to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And that will tie us at 3-3.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
The Jets offense and Breece Hall headed out onto the field. And he's made his presence felt in the passing game throughout the season. You look at the NFL's leader in receiving yards by a running back. His name right there at the top.
Ball start, offense.
Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. They'll look to throw. And he's taken down. A cheap sack.
That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him.
In every game, we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
He'll look to throw.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
They'll set up to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
So on 4th down, out comes Austin McNamara to punt for New York.
A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over.
Coming up on 3 minutes left in the half in a 3-3 ball game. Just a pair of field goals to this point. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. A little too much air under that one. That could have easily been 6 points.
Yeah, what kind of speed he has is almost impossible, we think, to actually overthrow him. But he did exactly that. I think he probably tried to get it out there maybe just a little bit too quickly.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Mahomes now to throw. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now here's Mahomes. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Here's Matt Araiza now. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
3rd down.
They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop them with authority. And out come the Chiefs now. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half. It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. Can do here, not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. And looky there, Charles, just acquired, already making an impact on the defensive side of the football.
Maybe not a superstar, but he does a few things well, and I think they'll emphasize that in his new role with this team.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Jets offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. We take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns out of the backfield. And his numbers are superior to the rest of his peers at this point in the season. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he whips that one incomplete there.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, a rookie from Clemson looking good on that one. He gets his guys a first down.
And the Jets first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
2nd and 9 from the 44. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Chiefs offense and Kenneth Walker set to take over once more. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a 2nd and 10.
At the 35-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
Now inside the 25.
And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
From the gun, it's Walker.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Kenneth Walker with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And we are even at 10 apiece. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays.
And it was Ken Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
1st down, New York.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
15 more yards there and quickly another 1st down.
1st down, Jets.
He'll drop to throw. And his pass incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
They'll look to throw again.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Back to throw again.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. Oh, and Sanders pushed it to the right. No good. And we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter. Well, close game, 2nd half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
They go play fake. Mahomes. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Now Mahomes. That'll be caught by Rice. And he'll he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Airing it out, looking for Ridley.
But he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. Yeah, he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Mahomes.
That one caught by Rice.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. So they'll try to move the ball closer here on third down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact. Now it's Mahomes again.
That is caught.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 22-yard line.
And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
That's into the hands of Worthy once again.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a first and goal.
Here's Walker.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Ken Walker with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Chiefs have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he completes it to Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
First down, Jets.
Looking to throw.
This pass out wide to Hall.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 46-yard line.
Now back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Intended for Breece Hall. Incomplete.
The Jets on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that falls to the ground, incomplete.
A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
And 9 yards to go.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard. But more importantly, it leads to fourth down.
Ariza on to punt here as he gets this one away.
Called out a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Jets will take over first and 10. And New York set to take the field.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
The Arrowhead crowd in full roar. Here's third down.
He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, first and 10.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And we'll get this up just shy of the 30.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back.
Second and 6 coming up.
They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's first and 10 now. Mahomes. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted.
And he brings this one back. It's a Jet touchdown. So this
pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down 23-17. A little over a minute and a half remaining. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Minka Fitzpatrick on the coverage.
Here's Mahomes. Finding Kelsey. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. What can they draw up now? Time to find out on a 3rd and 8. Mahomes will throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we're watching them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. Here comes 2nd down. They'll run. It's Brashard Smith. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Escapes the sack. And that is incomplete. And the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. On the run, this is Gray. Pushing his way through. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
To kick off for Kansas City.
Oh, good-looking return set up here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Back to throw. And check down, complete to Hall. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st. And they are knocking on the door of field goal range now. He's back to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
They'll look to throw.
And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Fourth down now defensively. Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, over-excited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs are likely going to win the football game. On the ground, it's Gray. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
His 48-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now 2nd and 5.
Inside handoff, Smith. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
They'll run again.
Room here to run. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 13.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. Just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.